Mr. Speaker, sir. The carbon pricing bill is a wake-up call for companies, industries, communities and individuals to be mindful of the indiscriminate waste we discharge into our environment that destroy our planet Earth slowly but surely. Though Singaporeans understand the need to embrace low carbon economy by reducing greenhouse gas emission, Singaporeans are still concerned that companies will pass down the cost of carbon tax to the consumers, therefore increasing the cost of goods and consumer spending. The introduction of the carbon tax will incur costs that affects industry competitiveness. As a small nation that relies heavily on trade and foreign investment, how is the government going to ensure that the economy remains competitive with the introduction of the carbon tax? How can we help small and medium-sized companies to be energy efficient and to go green with the use of renewable energy? How can we stop exploitation of consumers by some unscrupulous companies? While it is important to reduce carbon emission for climate change, the companies generally do not regard energy efficiency as a priority and may regard the new requirements as an extra step to maintain product quality. Instead of viewing the carbon tax as an additional cost, how do we encourage companies to bear in mind of the energy efficiencies they get to reap at the process or product design stage, if they pay attention to low or no carbon emission processes? With the verified emission reports submitted by companies, would the government analyze the data and look into areas where companies with high carbon emission can do better? Provide the required advice or suggestions so that companies can act on proactively. The government can also consider engaging the company more regularly to follow up on their high emission or even include conducting an audit on their carbon dioxide emission level. Will some of this highly classified information from the companies be kept safe under PDPA? The carbon tax is $5 per tonne of carbon dioxide in the bill. How is this tax rate derived and determined? Does a carbon pricing framework follows international benchmark? Is it simple enough for companies, especially SMEs, to understand? Are there industries or processes that are exempted from this carbon tax? I think earlier Minister did say that some of the areas are exempted. Thank you for the information. Lastly, it is good for the government to provide predictable carbon tax rate increase over time. This allows companies to better manage their operating costs, and workers, especially those in the petrochemical industries, will be minimally affected by this additional cost if such costs can be factored in earlier in a predictable manner. The government should also provide incentives for companies to adopt renewable energy sources and for those that innovate their processes. The carbon tax revenue generated can be used to further the cause of going green by investing in appropriate relevant green projects using the revenue generated. For consumers, we should discourage the use of plastic bags in a robust manner. After all, reducing carbon emission is a responsibility of everyone, and it starts with I. Sir, notwithstanding those clarifications, I stand in support of the bill. Thank you.